Hey fam, it's Will from Growth Labs here, and another week and another Facebook freakout. So everyone this week is screaming that the sky's fallen down on Facebook ads. People are saying that, us Facebook advertisers are going to lose all of our money. Businesses are going to go broke. We're going to have to go live under a bridge somewhere, in a little community of Facebook, ex-Facebook advertisers and marketers. All this kind of junk. What happened this week was Apple rolled out their iOS update where they're allowing people to choose to opt out of marketing and choose to opt out of being tracked on how they interface with Facebook and how their data is recorded. So first and foremost, I wanted to address exactly what changes are happening, what this means, and how I think, as marketers, we should be dealing with this. And as business owners, you can cope and instruct your marketing team on how to deal with all of these changes that are always coming up, right? So number one thing is, let's go over what's actually changed. So a couple of big things have actually changed. One is on iOS devices, the fact that people can limit what the Facebook pixel or the data that Facebook can collect from the pixels from people just browsing on Facebook and browsing the internet afterwards. So that is the number one biggest change, and that is going to have a pretty significant effect on retargeting ads and marketers showing ads to people who have been to websites before or our websites and going through and targeting them with messages that kind of follow them across Facebook and potentially the rest of the interwebs. So that is the number one thing. Number two is you can only track 8 custom conversions, which means if you were using a lot of events before, for example, if someone hit your page, if they clicked on a thing, if they went to your opted into your email list, they took one action, another action, all that kind of good stuff that you normally build out a pretty good profile of actions that people do. Now you've only got 8 of those events to track people by. So what do these two big things mean, right? What does the restriction on the pixel mean? What does the restrictions to 8 events actually mean? Well, first and foremost, I think the biggest impact we're going to see is across retargeting ads. Obviously, if we don't know who's been on our sites or we don't get access to the data, we can't retarget them. Our retargeting ads aren't going to be as effective. Pretty obvious that that's going to have a massive hit. Secondly, in terms of tracking, look, I'm not that worried about it because if you're tracking more than 8 events anyway, how do you keep up with it? We typically find that for all of the campaigns we run, we only do up to 6 events most of the time. And if we need to, we do have some that go up to 8. We don't have any ridiculous campaigns where there's 20 events in it. So for us, it's not really a big deal. I don't see it impacting ourselves or our clients a lot. It's pretty much a non-issue for us at the moment. So the thing is though, as marketers, I'm always thinking, well, what does this mean for the wider marketing, for our clients essentially? And how can we turn around and make sure that if they're not getting the same results that they're getting previously, how do we get our clients even better results? And I keep coming back to this one thing, right? This one principle, this one concept that my coach, my mentor always talks to me about, and it's owning the race course or owning the assets that you need in your business or owning the customer list, whatever it is, owning having full control over your business, your leads, where your sales are coming from, having control over your business and not relying on a single platform to drive growth. So coming back to that principle, I actually think that this is going to be such an amazing time for people to go through and build email lists, right? Because the thing is, if you build an email list, you can always use that list to re-upload to Facebook and target that way. Now, Facebook has the data on what people use, what email they use to sign up with. Facebook has the data around the contact details. It's not going to rely on the pixel, and we can actually go through it and still retarget the same way to a very specific audience. So I believe that the emphasis on building a list, writing really, really good emails, getting really good cut through, providing value, humor, building that, nurturing the relationship between yourself and your readers, that is going to be so much more important going forward. And that is a big focus for me. Now, I think this change is actually, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just change, right? And change or periods of change is when the wheat really gets separated from the chaff. So I think if you have a good strategy going into it, if you understand what the changes mean, if you can start pivoting some of your focus from maybe on platform retargeting and looking at emphasizing more the email stuff and the email retargeting, I think you're still going to get some really, really awesome results, if not better results, as you focus more on your copy and your message and the way that you build relationships with your audience. So for me, honestly, I'm actually not fussed about this change. I think, Facebook don't like it because it means they've got less data. I don't know if Apple are actually going to make a play at having their own ad platform. Could be a conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat on. I don't know if that's the case or long term where that's actually going, if that's possible at all. But I honestly feel like in the short term, in the next couple of weeks, there might be a few changes. I know that the Facebook reporting platform and the ad platform they're messing around with numbers right now. But ultimately, I think if you have a solid marketing strategy, an integrated marketing strategy, taking your business into effect, I feel like it's not going to have that much of an effect. So let me know though in the comments here. Let me know or shoot me an email, whatever you want to do, what your thoughts are on this. If you want more ideas on how to get around this, if you want more information on how to write better emails that actually get read and actioned, follow along, click like, subscribe, whatever platform you're on, or just shoot me an email with any questions you have. And let me know how you go out there. I'm not seeing that much change, but it could be very different from business to business. So hit me up and let me know. Catch you guys soon.